today's going to be an interesting one. I'm actually excited for this. I was going to do this on the Patreon, but I thought this would be a really good thing to show everyone. I know that there's a few of these ones around, but I feel like my one's going to be special because it's more tailored towards like how I would do it and how I think a really good way of setting this up is, and especially from like a lot of trial and error. If I go to templates, you guys will see that what am I up to now? Number 5.0. So this will be number 6.0. So I'm updating this because of Live 12. I haven't updated this in probably 6-7 months, but I'm just going to run through the most important things, like the key factors of why this works so well for me, why I set it up this way, and basically, just give you guys a rundown of all the ins and outs of buses, returns, all that stuff. So I'm actually really excited to give this a bit of an overhaul. So first things first, as you guys can see, we've got quite a bit going on up here. I've got a sidechain trigger, which basically I just set compressors and everything straight to. So as you can hear, it's just a transient, nice and short, just so we can get the best, almost optimal compressor settings with the envelopes that we're going to choose. So I've always just found that using a transient or a hi-hat, even just some sort of really sharp trigger gives you the best, most natural results in terms of your ducking. For some reason, if you use like a full kick drum and then you use an Ableton compressor, it's not ideal. It doesn't really like that as a trigger. It'll really scoop it down and bring it up again on the offbeat really harshly, and it's not a nice sound. So ultimately, this just gives it more of a natural feel, and you can shape it more like a Kickstarter, an LFO tool, or a shaping plugin of any kind of sort. So super duper important. I've got 3 reference tracks here, and I actually don't have any processing on these, so I'm going to change that right now. First of all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to save this as, where are we? I want to go to Macintosh. Oh no, Mason, where is it? Okay, default template. I'm going to save this as default temp. I'll just make a folder on my Mac, so I can go back in there. I can go to any single one of them if I want, but I'm just going to go default temp 6.0 so I know where I'm up to, and then I'm going to save this as. And then now once I change this, for anyone who's kind of gone through this step and just wants to know quickly, the next thing I would do is, you can't really see it, but you go File, and then where there is Save As, Save a Copy, Collect All, and Save, you just go Save as Default Set. So if I go Save as Default Set, there we go. It comes up now in there, and I go Default 6.0. And there we go. And it copies all the files, which I'll get into in a second, but you guys can see that. Awesome. Now, every time I open Ableton, this is the template that's going to come up. So all I've got to do now is go through and change it. And then that is going to basically be, our template. So this sidechain channel I leave, and that's just going through all the way to, might just come back to about 8 minutes. One thing I noticed, because I don't really write songs anywhere near past 8 minutes now. So yeah, reference 1, reference 2, reference 3, that's all good. These ones are externaled, so they're not running through the master chain. But realistically, what I want on these is I'm going to put a filter, a low pass, because I like to check the low ends. So I'm just going to do that on every single one of these. In fact, what I'm going to do to make life easier, I'm going to delete these 2. And then once I get this one set up, I'm just going to duplicate it twice and rename it. I think it's just going to be quicker and easier. And then now I want to go into here, and I want BX meter, because I love to check the meters. And for some reason that came up over there, but there we go, guys. That's what we want first, BX meter. And just be sure to just turn everything off as well. I want AB metric. This is another great tool for checking everything. I use this religiously, so I want to turn that one off. Youlean loudness meter is the other one that I want now. So this is more for mastering stuff, just in case. And this is just the free one. I will buy the proper one, I'm sure, but for now, just have the free one. It's really, really good. Does all the same stuff. And then I want to go to Span as well. So Span Plus. Put that there. And then last but not least, I want tonal balance control. And these are all measuring tools, metering tools, sculpting tools that I use to just double check all aspects of the mix or the master. So super duper important. Now I just want to check the arrangement of these real quick. So I'm going to put BX meter at the very, very end. Doesn't really matter. AB metric, and then let's go Youlean maybe. Sorry, at the very, very end. I'm going to keep it like that. I'll keep span next to the filter. AB metric can go. Maybe I'll put that there. There's no right or wrong, guys. You've got to get used to all this stuff anyway, so it's super duper important. Okay, now I can get rid of MSED and span off here as well. Because what I might do is I'm just going to copy all of these to the master chain as well. And then what I can do is I can group them and then minimize that. And then this can just be renamed. Wants to do that to me. Audio effect rack. Let's go rename and metering, just so I know. Yep, I can leave that as. That's fine. And that's the other thing too. If I've got all of these on, I can just flick them on and off in a switch when I'm doing an export or whatever. So always super important. Washout, I'll get into that later on as well. It's really cool, which I'm going to redo. The limiters, just a stock limiter. I don't really put anything on master chains besides a limiter. I just feel like it's really important to do it that way, so we're not getting any sort of coloration or attribution to the sound. It should be as naked as possible in the writing process. So good little tip if you didn't know that. Always try and just mix into a limiter. Okay, now sidechain reference one. I normally have about 2 or 3 references, so I'm just going to keep it the same as what it was. But now that I've got this set up, I can just go oh no, that's fine. Ref 1, number 2, ref. I'll put a little number thing there because I like to be. Oh no, what have I done? There we go. Ref. Oh my god. Not having it. Ref 1, Ref 2, and then Ref 3. Beautiful. Okay. So sidechain references, I like that. So I'm going to leave them. I think the audio channels are really good. I'm going to leave them too. Now. Okay, this is what I'm going to delete. I don't want that anymore because I'm not really using it. Delete the Foley layers because I kind of just make it like I set all this stuff up. I set like a little rumble chain up in there and all those things, but I'm just finding I'm reverting back to like making a sample, making a kick that I like, pitching it, rumbling it that way, and then like, you know, grouping it all and going as I go. So I don't ask me why I do it that way. It just works for me, and it's my little creative process of getting the low end the way that I like it before moving on. So I'm just going to create 2 more audio channels for now, and I'm going to group all of these together. And I'm going to write low end because I know that I just like making it in audio tracks now, and I'm going to, for the love of God, color code all of these so that I know. And the quicker way to do that is just highlight all these and then go red, bang, done. Low end sorted. So reference is orange, sidechain can be white. No specific reason for that. It's just I'm trying to make everything, mix it up too. Like if you're a bit stagnant or whatever with colors, just, you know, leave it as you know, change it up. Change of scenery is always cool. Okay, midis. Yeah, I might just put them down here at the bottom. Normally when I click, as you guys will see, when I click, let's just say I use Avenger, it's going to come up down the bottom anyway. It'll come up down here. You might not see it, but it'll highlight on the track. There we go. So, came up into that MIDI track. But if whatever, you get the point. It normally comes up down the bottom anyway as like a new track, so that's fine. I noticed that's been doing that, so I'll leave it. Okay, now It's disappointing because my camera's obviously in the way of what these are. So it's not the end of the world. It's all good. But what I will run through is I'll just, if I drop it down, there we go. Okay, sweet. So you can see shaker there. That's just a shaker sample channel. Shaker sample channel. Shaker sample channel. Don't ask me why. I just had 3 of them. I thought it was cool. Hat sample. Hat sample. Hat rack. Okay, so we're getting into the hat racks now. So I've got one that I made with hats that I really like. So in my actual Subject 32 folder, which is one that I've spent a lot of time setting up, I've got cymbals. So I just go through like other packs and grab ones out that I really like and put them in a folder and organize it that way so that it's a bit more distinct to my taste and my sound and what I want to achieve. And I think this is just like really important. And as you can see, I've created a drum rack and I've dragged them all into a drum rack. That's the downside to this is because I did this like over a year ago. I don't remember how I made the drum rack, but I'm pretty sure if I go instruments, where's drum rack? Instrument rack. Okay, and then I go like that, or nope. No, I'm gonna have to remember how to do this. I do not remember how to do. Oh, drum rack right there in front of me. Okay, drum rack. I believe it's just literally a matter of, and then you got to go through and highlight everything. So all these hats. Yeah, it's something like that, and then pretty much you add them all in, and it creates like a sampler, and then that way. The reason why I do it like that anyway is because it's just easier when you're in the nitty gritty of writing and trying to smash an idea really quickly. This is like one of the biggest tips that I can tell you is that it's just super duper important to do it this way. Okay. Okay, so that's just a pattern anyway. I was wondering why that came up again. So yeah, I love all these. Okay, I can stop playing now. So yeah, basically the main reason of this is just to go like that. See what I mean? So you can just quickly go, all right, make a loop. So perfect. All those hats are there ready to go. Then I've got another one, Vengeance Melodic Techno pack, which I'll put a link in the description. It's one of my favorite sample packs. Really good. So I've got basically their closed hats in a bus ready to go. Same again. I did it the same as the one above. And then an open hat one as well. So as you can hear, these are just incredible. So I love to just have them on the fly ready to go. I've got a ride channel here. That's just another sample-based channel. So that can stay as it is, but that can go purple or the same color because I'm very fanatical about colors. So the cymbal bus is pretty good. I don't really want to change it. I'm pretty happy with it, but we'll get to the returns and everything on it later on. I just, in terms of like the way of its layout and stuff, I'm pretty happy with it. So I'll leave the hat sample. Yeah, I'll leave that. The rides are normally down the bottom, because I like to step things down. So like where their arrangement is on the song, which I can get into it in another later date thing as well. That's all good. Cymbals, that's cool. I might make them yellow actually. I'm going to change the color coding of them with the perks because for some reason I just think cymbals need to be yellow. Okay, mix it up. Like I said, mix it up. Clap snares. Okay, so same again. I've got a clap drum rack, Vengeance clap drum rack, snare drum rack, snares that I love, and these are claps that I love, and then Vengeance snares as well. So same again. If I click these, can quickly just go through. That's the beauty of this as well. And then you can just if it wants to record. Wants to not help me because I'm on video. So same again. You can just quickly record, spit it out into a MIDI, and then go through and do what you want to do and go, oh, well, I really like the third one more, so, you know, let's just run with that. Right click, quantize, and then duplicate that again. And look, quickly, guys, you got a snare roll in 2 seconds, you know? So it's like, this is why it's really important just to do this stuff, because it really just maximizes workflow so you're not mucking around. That's the other thing I want to do that I'm not happy with. All these are set at -10. I do not want to do that. All right, so that's fine. That can go. You guys get the point of that now. And then same again, I want to start deleting all these. I had like a bit of a system set up, but I never really used it, so we'll get rid of it all. I'm really excited about redoing these sends and returns and the bus processing as well. That's one thing I am really looking forward to doing. That's like one of my main motivators for redoing this. Okay, so claps and snares, that's sorted. Perks, perks can be purple perks, that rhymes, so that's good. Maybe like that. Yeah, that one just feels a bit nicer on the eyes, so let's go with that. Same again, guys. Perk sample, perk sample, perk sample. Vengeance high perks, so lows, all toms and stuff, all ones I love, and then this one's not wanting to do it, and then same again, all other perks. So yeah, all there ready to go in drum racks, makes life a lot easier, a lot quicker. You're not mucking around, and yeah, it's just a really, really, really easy system. And then that way there's absolutely no confusion whatsoever. Now I'm going to duplicate this, and then I'll redo this as, this can be green, and that can be green, and that can be Foley. I do use a lot of Foley in my songs. If anyone's got no idea what Foley is, it's this kind of stuff. Yeah, like white noise and like weird. That for layering low ends is incredibly useful. So yep, try and do it. So I got low end, I got Foley, I've got cymbals, bus, clap, snares, perks. I might put perks above clap and snares. And then that brings me to my next thing. I can get rid of these returns. Now I made like channel send returns, like the cache. If you don't know what that is, it's something Cashmere does, and I was doing it for a bit, and I just realized I don't need to do it. I'm going to get a much cleaner result just sending it to a send anyway. So this isn't a bad thing. I'm finding that it's not working for me and what I want to do at the moment. So yeah, but if you want to do it, you want a dry track with nothing on it, and then you want a wet track. So you have your reverb, 100% dry wet. This is getting sidechained with a classical compressor back to our trigger, which is the top channel up here. And yeah, and then basically like it's just a matter of setting that on, setting it to the wetness that I want, running through an EQ, hitting a limiter because these are perks. You know, they got snappy transients and that, so we just want to catch anything in case. And then same with the claps and the snares as well. They were doing the same thing. So I can delete all that now. I don't really use it anymore. And change of scenery is always good. So I can always go into default 5.0, which is the one before, and grab them back out if I really want to, you know what I mean? But I'm not using them, so there's no point of having them. Moving on. Okay, we've got MIDI tracks. I'm going to just delete these actually, because I'll show you why. Normally what I'm doing is if I'm just going into a project now, I'll go, let's just go analog loud. Oh, why has that done that? Doesn't really matter anyway. Let's go Zebra 3. Okay, so I'll go to the top. No, it's the same again. It just wants to do that. Well, maybe I do need the MIDI track. I'll just put a MIDI track there, and then maybe I'll just go to stuff it. I'll put them back. I can see why now. Because I just want to basically quickly, if I leave the sidechain like that. No, I don't want to do that. I just ruined everything. I'll just click this MIDI. Okay. Go Zebralet 3, whatever. This is a beta, by the way. There you go. So anyway, that's cool. that's you know, ready to go. So normally the first thing I do is you got to think about the reason why you're opening the software. So the most important thing for me, like I'll open Ableton to start mucking around with synth ideas, or I'll open it to check a song in the reference tracks, or warp it, or find the BPM and key, and then I'll either throw it into another project and start working on it, or work on it in here, of course, or if it's a mix and master, I'll chuck it into a mix and master template, which I've set up as well, which I'll get into later on down the track as well on my Patreon. So unfortunately, that won't be a YouTube one, guys. I'm trying to stick towards writing and efficiency with writing, and then the Patreon's more for like the mixing and mastering side and the more delving deep into that side of it. So if you want to get into that kind of stuff, please, links in the description, jump into it, and I'll see you over there as well. But yes, long story short, this is just the most efficient way to have all this stuff set up, so it's all ready to go, and it just makes the workflow so quick. One thing I might do actually is I'm going to, just to neaten it, I'll just put the do I want to put the references in a group? Yeah, I will, because sometimes, like, yeah, I'll just go references. References, yep, sweet. Okay, that's all in a bus. Low end, Foley, cymbals, perks, clap, snares, MIDI. That can stay off. All right. Now, what I want to do, I'll grab that hat loop actually, or where is cymbals? Okay, that one will do for now. Okay, what I want to do. Okay, that's an awesome shaker loop, by the way. I'll go like that. And I'll just loop that out. Okay, sweet. So, return channel time. So I've already got a couple of these set up. I'm just going to run through them really quickly. And I believe we can have like 10 or something now as well, which is really cool. So the first one, this is a normal verb. This is the one I can't wait to redo. I set this up for like perks and that kind of stuff. But what I'm ultimately going to do now is I'm going to rename this A. I'm just going to rename it cymbals. Okay, so cymbals. So this will be solely for processing hats, drums. So what I want to do is I want to grab plugin alliance. Let's go black box. Okay, that can be pretty cool. That's the other thing I want to do actually. There's a few things I want to do now. Okay, so the first one that's really important that I want to do, and let's just do it with a shaker loop, is I'm going to put that in the shakers as well, and I'm going to come back to the cymbals. But this is going to be pretty long now that I think about it. There's quite a bit of stuff to do. Okay, so the first one, let's not do this. Let's go with a reverb. Now, what I do want to do, what kind of reverb do I want? Valhalla. Let's go. I'll go Room. Beautiful. And then what I really want to do is I want to sculpt that too with an EQ8. I'll just like cut the lows out of it. That should help. Let's just go 700. Turning it down a little bit, sorry guys. Now, what I do want to do as well is I will put a normal reverb here. I want a couple of different, depending on the track and the hat bus and all that kind of stuff, I do want a couple of different Phoenix. Where's, oh no. Phoenix Verb, that's the other one I want. This one's really nice and clean too. I just want a couple of different situations that I can toggle between, see which one's going to suit the bus the best. Phoenix Verb. Oh, nope. I want to go to... Pretty nice. So clean. So nice. Go 750. I really want to do the same with this. I'll go 7.5. Go 10. So as you can see, like they all give such a different feel. So it really depends. Like I don't want to God, that Phoenix Verb is so clean. And Valhalla like kind of feels big. So yeah, like again, I'm gonna say it again. I think they all give a nice individual application. So that's why it's cool to probably have like all three of them there. And then can just kind of toggle between, as you know, the hats are, do the hats first, like get all the hats in that you want, and then kind of figure out, you know, which one is gonna suit the bus the nicest, you know, and just run it through that way. The other one that I wanted to do, what I might do. Oh no, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm not going to sidechain it for now. That's fine. Or I can do it. But I better not. I better not, but I will do it. Makes no sense. Sorry for that one. I will go sidechain to the sidechain. And I'm just going to do it really aggressively so that I know. I'll go with the Phoenix Verb because it's the cleanest. Go 18 or 20 dB is pretty good. Perfect. Leave that off. That's all ready to go. And that is our rack sorted. So I'm just going to rename symbol verb. Verbs. There we go. Symbol verbs. Alright, so that's the first return done. Now. B delay. I'm probably going to need a synth shot for this one. I can delete this now because I don't really need to run that through anymore. Let's go symbols, and I can delete this too. Oh, what did I want to do with these actually? One thing I did want to do. Actually, no, I won't do that because it'll come down to being itemized when I do it individually. I want to try and keep this as basic but good as possible, just so it's really easy with the workflow side of things. Otherwise, it just becomes a bit chaotic. So what I'll do is let's go B delay. All right, so I'm gonna grab a synth shot. A bass shot, whatever. Perfect. All right, so I'll go to that. That's a really nice bass shot. All right, so B delay. It's pretty well set up. Alright, so I don't like the... let's go 2-to-1 ratio, or even 4. And then, yeah, the envelope should be okay for now. I'll just back it off a little bit. Let's go like maybe 28, because it's a synth shot. I want it to duck more than the hats. The hats doesn't really matter if it clashes with the kick as much, the transient. We can deal with that later on with the return. It's fine. Once it's bounced out, you can bring it back in as a stem and redo it anyway, so that's fine. Okay, B delay. We want... I'm just going to go... what are we? 16th delay. Now I've got a couple of different delays I want to put on here. I'm going to do the same thing again. Yeah, that's fine. 150. I might even go 100 hertz just so we're not cancelling it out completely. 20,000. That's fine. Okay, 16th delay. So I'm going to do the same thing. That's 100% dry wet. Let's go fade on that as well. This baby come back I want to use as well. This thing's incredible. So there's a few different ones I want to flip between here, but let's go time 1/16th. Alright, so need to get this the same. There we go. Straight. That one's really nice. That can be a bit of a idea as well. And then the other one that I really like is spectral time that I wanted to add as well. This thing's awesome. Same again, guys, just flicking through 3 different kinds, setting all this stuff up quickly, like going through with a synth shot, and then I might be like, okay, well, today I feel like using the spectral time. Like, it doesn't really matter. 16th. Perfect. I don't know why that's stopping. That's really weird. But I might just go then, if it's going to do this, I'm just going to go to Kilohearts. There's 2 Kilohearts. Kilohearts, and then delay. And same again, I'll just do like a... Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm getting the wheel of death. Come on. I'm gonna have to. Oh, there we go. Oh no. Yep. We're good. Oh, I got so scared then. I'm like, I'm gonna have to edit this and come out and come back in. All right, so let's go sync, and then one. No, I want 60. Perfect. Love that. Love that. See, that's ducking nicely with the... Yeah, that's perfect. All right, sweet. So I'm going to leave that. That one's done now. Okay, so... I stole this one from David Guetta, I believe. It does like a future rave rack, and then I paused it, and I love the way that it's set up. So I've been using this for ages. Beautiful big reverb. Wait, why is that? Oh. Now, the only downside to this big Guetta Verb is we've got a side chain. Oh, and I'm going to change the... All right, I'm going to mix it up a bit here. I'm going to put that compressor there. Bit of compressor craziness at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one because that one's a bit too intense. And that one can go as well. And then I'll duplicate this to rename. Sidechain to synths so that I know. So this one realistically wants to be sidechained to that 41 channel. So it's like this, you know. Yeah, so boom, boom, we're getting that like duck and then it comes up after. Nice and clean. I like that. I'm going to leave that. Bit of an update. And then future rave return 2.0. So you guys can steal that one too. Take a screenshot, set it all up the same, and then this one we can just turn off for now. I'll just put no input there. I'm going to delete that audio track, and then yeah, we need to sidechain it back to the synths. And then like, depending on what synths you're sidechaining it to, all I would do is just duplicate the compressor and then be like, okay, well you've got a synth here, and then you've got like a synth shot here, so we want to sidechain it back to channel 40 as well. It's a little bit annoying, it's a little bit intricate, but you've got to set it up that way, so that you're getting, you know, ducking to the right sounds, but then like it kind of helps with the smear of the reverb as well. So yeah, super important. Yeah, I really like that. It's so nice and clean now, so that's awesome. Just turn this down a little bit. Yeah, that's really nice. Beautiful big reverb. Probably bring the diffusion down just a little bit. What I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to duplicate this. So I know that's the OG one, and then I'll just write new shine. All I'm really going to change is the diffusion. Let's go 5,000. 70. Just leave it as is. Awesome. All right, so I can leave that as was. Yep. And I can just toggle between these two as well. Same again. So that's really cool. I'll leave that as is. I'm going to do another return. So we've got cymbals, 16th delay, big Guetta reverb, insert return track. Okay, so I could do, like, I used to have a drums parallel processing chain. I don't really do that anymore, but I could, you know. Or what's another return? Might just do another delay to be honest. Oh, duplicate. There we go. I'll do it this way. That's going to be easier. Well, there you go. I didn't even know you could do that now. Live 12 coming out with more goods. Add that to the add that to the list of things that I love about this thing. Let's go 8. So I want to kind of halve what I've done. Eighth delay so that I know. Perfect. Same again, they all give different characteristics, guys, so... Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. And then I'm going to duplicate this again. I'm going to do a 4th. What I might do, I'm going to go delays, and then the cymbal can be here, because that'll be the 4th one. That can be like the start of the reverb chain. I think it's just going to be better this way, to be honest. Right, so I'll go cymbals there, cymbal verb. Big Guetta verb. And I can duplicate that again as well. And I'm going to do just a synth verb. Okay, so A is 16 delay, B is 4 delay, A is 16th, B is 8th, C is 4th. So I'm going to go, let's go 4. And let's go all the way up. I'm going to go thirds. Stuff it. I do love thirds. Okay, that's good. I do like that too, actually. I like that as well. sounds right. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, all right. I'm going to say, like, leave that. That's awesome. That one can be... All right, so maybe I'll... Delays can be... Let's go black on the delays. All right, so that can be left down. Then reverbs. Red for reverbs, whatever. Doesn't really matter. And then synth verb. All right, so this is the last one. So we've got cymbal reverb, big David Guetta reverb, which I'm going to put at the bottom. And then I'm going to go synth reverb next. So E will be synth reverb. All right, and then I'm going to go to the cymbals, and I'm going to grab all of these. I'm going to put them there like that. The other thing that I want to do, let's go 100 hertz, and then this can be 20K. And then I'm just going to duplicate that to this one. Oh, that's the hat one. What am I doing? That one's to go to the big Guetta verb. There we go, that one. All right, and that can go like that. And the master chain next. All right, so that can be E synth verb, D symbol verb, E synth verb. Oh, sorry, return. That's I'm just gonna write. No, that's synth verb. I'm just gonna write future, just so I know it's future rave, big freaking reverb. Future verb, synth verb, symbol verb. I'll just write drum verb actually, because I might even use this for toms and stuff. Drum verb, synth verb, future verb. Okay, awesome. Delay 16th, 8th, thirds. All right, sweet. So drum verb, synth verb. Okay, let's do the synth verb. Let's get rid of all these because I don't need that. Don't need that. And don't need that. Now, probably around 4 seconds or even like 3. I try not to overemphasize it too much. And I do want, let's go. Yeah, maybe a medium. Let's go big spaces or ambient, no. Dark chambers. Go 50. All right, it's Phoenix verb time. that's clean. Valhalla's so nice. And if I go to Ableton Reverb, let's go large chamber. Let's go 10 seconds. Let's go 15 actually. Let's go a little bit more on this one. Bit of diffusion. I'm pretty happy with all that. For now, it's fine. Look, if I change it again, I'll go like 6.2 or 6.3, whatever, and I'll get that synth reverb right. I think once I've got a bit of a song as well, and I can hear it, how it goes in conjunction with the track, it's going to help, really dictate how I want them sitting in terms of the envelopes and whatnot. But other than that, like, it's pretty good going from the get-go. So I'm pretty happy with this. It sounds good. It sounds nice and natural and clean, and that's what I want. For a synth, I want it to kind of come into the middle a bit more, so we've got room for the hats and that stuff as well. So we're not clustering the mix up with crazy big diffusive wide reverbs that are just going to ruin the correlation. I might actually double check this actually. I want to see how... Not great, but not bad. Not bad. I thought it would have been much worse. Normally it fluctuates, and that's what we don't want. But look at that. The tails are actually pretty nice. So that's good. I'll leave that for now. Yeah. Beautiful. I'll leave that metering on. That can be there. Okay, so the limiter I'm going to put... No, limiter's fine there. Okay, so what I want to do next is shout effects. I'm going to delete it because I'm not using it. Oh, actually, no, I won't delete it. I will not delete it, but I will edit it a little bit. Okay, so the way that this works is, as you can see, I've got Endless Smile here, and I use any sort of these. You can use any single one, and all I'm automating is the intensity knob, and that is automating... that is automating everything, as you can see. So I'm automating the width of the... Oh, I could turn the bass mono off, by the way. Changing the width of the song. So I'm going to bring the width... Okay, so I don't want to do 100%. I want to bring the width down to 50. Okay, so 100% 50. That can come down. And then the intensity and the smile intensity can be like 80%. That's perfect. And then gain, we want to come down maybe like 2 dBs, -2. Because I use this for transitions and builds and stuff. Device on, perfect, 1. Yep, okay, so that's mapped wicked now. Let's go wash out 3.0. 3.0. And that is good. That is if I want to use it. Okay. The only downside is if I choose to use it and I want to snare roll wide or something, I kind of have to try not to automate the utility. So that's a bit tricky. So what I might do as well, just for peace of mind, is I will get... Actually, no, I'll just leave this off and that can be minimized for now. That's fine. The limiter can be utilized, whatever. All these can be, turned off, but that can be on, so that's ready to go. Yeah. Yep. No, the filter's fine. That's in a good spot there. Just really making sure like everything's good so that I'm happy with like where the placement is, but perfect, ready to go. So that's fine. I'll leave the metering rack on. L2 can be off. The washout can be off. Okay, that's on. Rev shine. Which one in here is on? I need to just turn each one of these on. Okay, so sidechain to synths. That one can come back. That's fine. Let's go. I'll leave the new one on for shits and giggles. Why not? Okay, the Valhalla Room was winning this one, so I'm going to leave Valhalla Room on. I'll just minimize all them so they're ready to go. Same as that. Oh, the delay can stay open because that stays on. They can go all closed. Drum verb. Okay, these can all go like that, and I'm just going to leave the Phoenix verb one on because it sounded the best, in my opinion. The delays, let's go with... Yeah, the Kilohearts for this one, for sure. Okay. Now, which one in here? 8th. That one's probably the cleanest. Awesome. Now the first one. I'll leave the Ableton one on for now, it's fine. And that one can go now. I don't need that anymore. There's a good little guinea pig though. Okay, so the midis are all turned off. That's all turned off. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really awesome, guys. And then I'm just going to leave that like that. You got to leave everything the way that you want it, and then you've got to save it. Otherwise, it can be a bit dicey. It'll just stuff you up. All right, so I go same again. I go save as default live set, and then it's going to save as. So it's buffering the samples. Yep, wicked. So they're all coming through. All the racks, everything's there, ready to go. Wicked. Yay. I've redone the template, everyone. How exciting for myself. So yeah, I really recommend this, guys. Like, it's so important. It just maximizes workflow, makes everything really easy, straightforward. You just rip in, you know that it's set up, it's ready to go. And yeah, it actually really motivates you. It makes everything ready to go. So it's just awesome. It really is awesome. Yeah. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow.